Hello and welcome to bellcurved Gaming. Today I'm bringing you a Donphan deck updated for the post-rotation. Now, before I get into the actual deck itself, I ended up recording these videos probably about a week ago and I wasn't actually going to release them because the current meta for this deck really isn't kind, especially with spell tags everywhere and Pokemon search being as difficult as it is. It was a real challenge trying to get a Donphan deck that would be somewhat operational. Keep in mind that if we come up against something with spell tags, we're in a lot of trouble. Like, it's basically an auto L. So I wasn't actually going to bring you this deck, but it's a lot of fun if you get the right matchup. And I thought, I love this Donphan with the sturdy ability. Let's give him a go and just, you know, bring you the deck list that I've got for it. Especially since I've been super busy at work and I have just had no time to actually get anything else recorded. And I wanted to get a video out for you guys and I thought, you know what, let's have a look at the Donphan deck that I put together. Before Cosmic Eclipse, because I'm also super busy at work, this is just a nuts time right now. I'm trying to get all the work done just before Cosmic Eclipse drops, so that way I can get into Cosmic Eclipse decks, and bring those sort of exciting new decks to you as quickly as possible. So the video releases up until Cosmic Eclipse might be a little bit slow. Obviously I will be bringing you the Q&A video that I've got to make in a few days time. But yeah, that might be a little bit slow before the Cosmic Eclipse, so I apologise for that. It's just work is absolutely crazy. So, this Donphan, what's he do? Well, we love his ability because if our opponents knock this guy out from full HP, the sturdy just gives him 10 HP. So he survives with 10 HP, and this is absolutely amazing, I thought, because the current meta just everyone does 130 damage, basically. Like, what doesn't do 130 damage now? It's you know, this guy should be knocked out every single time, which allows us to really abuse this sturdy ability with the last second potion, or last chance potion here. So it allows us to heal 120 damage from one of our Pokemon that has 30 HP or less. And this is amazing because then the rolling spin really builds. So it does 70 to begin with, but if they don't manage to get this guy out of the active, and with so much limited gusting options available, that can be tricky for them as well. It does an extra 70 from the following attack. So obviously that's 140 every single time, and then we can obviously chuck a Diancie down as well to make it 160, and suddenly that's absolutely nuts if we can keep just comboing our last chance potion. So that was the idea behind the deck. We need some support though. So obviously with the Fighting Energy, Double Colorless Energy, it's a little bit awkward to set up, so we're using Welder to try and act like the Double Colorless Energy. The trouble with that though is it means the stadium that we have to use really is Giant Hearth, which makes getting around spell tags and things like that extremely difficult, and it just wasn't working nicely when I was running stadiums to try and counter that. The loss of Double Colorless Energy is really something that really hurts this deck, because it means that we're running the Welder engine to get it charged, and we need to think of other attacking options as well. So the other attacking option I've got here is Spiritomb, because we can use this unit energy to pay the fighting cost as well for any of our other guys, which allows us to use Anguish Cry, which can be a nice little basic attacker to buy us just a cheap attacker if we can't get into our Donphans in time. We've also got Buzzwole here for our opponent's 4 prize card turn with the Sledgehammer for the exact same reason, basically. It's just a nice cheap attacker that we can swing into. So we've got a 3-3 line, the Fanphy Donphan, and then we've got the Emolga here to help us pay for to help combo with the Pokecoms and help us with consistency of the deck. I threw a Jinx in here, and I actually like this Jinx because if it works out that we've got a Donphan that's just taking hits, that we're comboing with Last Chance Potion, and we've got Spiritomb that's sitting there away on the bench as well, we can actually just move the damage and power up some Spiritombs a little bit quicker with the Donphans as well. So that's a little bit of a nice addition, I thought, as well with the deck. So without talking anymore, let's see those games and how we did. Hello, Saturnine Bear, welcome. Alright, oh, you can go up front. We'll chuck both these guys. This is a terrible starting hand. My top deck's going to have to be pretty amazing. I mean, very amazing. Got Jirachi up front. We got the Donphan, but we need, like, so much here. So much goodness. Plus, you got these skateboards. So you're going to be KOing probably anything straight away on your first turn you can attack, which is a bit sad. Which might mean drop another Emolga down just so I've got a free retreater. Alright, we're up against some kind of fossil deck. Like I said, I'm expecting to go down like immediately. So whether or not I can get into my Donphan loop, that's really my issue. To try and catch this up. Because it's not looking good. Really not looking good. These Aerodactyls are going to be really annoying. Make my attacks higher. We did top deck good though, which is fantastic. We'll NG attach to you. We'll shuffle. Gonna do this just to try and maximize the chance of maybe getting like the most unbelievable top deck in this planet. Not really expecting it. Feel like I'm gonna drop that Emolga down. And then just leave it like that. I'd love a welder top deck. Or a way into welder. That's what we'd love. You are a bit of a setup deck, so you might actually take a turn or two. Depends whether or not this guy evolves straight away. And what he evolves into. I mean, you can head strike with this guy. So yeah, I don't see you flipping in and attacking immediately. And I might be able to attack with Spiritomb, maybe. Maybe. Am I going to do enough damage? Just. Yeah, if Jirachi stays in the active, I do just enough damage. Got a lovely heads. Give me that welder top deck. That's what we're looking for. Oh, you got another Jirachi anyway. And the skateboard to go with it. So it doesn't matter if I take out this Jirachi. Deal with this Aerodactyl, I think I'm going to have to try and get 4 NGs on, which means it can wild dive me straight away, so I've got to be at full health when that happens. Alright, we'll build some Spike. I feel like we don't NG attach at the moment. I feel like we chuck this to you. Did not get the NG I needed. So we can use our Pokecoms. We've got our Donphan. I feel like we get rid of the Tyranitar for a fire NG. Manually attach that to you. Get the Donphan up. Pokecoms here. What do I want? Do I want to set up the Buzzwole while I can? Potentially. I mean, these guys one-shot the Buzzwole, but I've got one turn with that Buzzwole attack. Let's go and get the Buzzwole already. And Nuzlocke gather. Be a Emolga back. And leave it at that. So we do have welders to help us out, get over, like, around durability when I need to. Hopefully. Just to put some pressure on anyway. Double tails, of course. That hurts losing Viridian. The dojo is up, which is useful because I've got basic fighting energy right here. It has to be basic fighting, doesn't it? Doesn't work for my units, yeah. So that's a bit sad. So you'll need a switch of some kind to do these kind of shenanigans. You didn't pull anything in, so you just want a lily. Wonder if you have the switch. No. Alright, very slow build so far. We can't pull anything in, so we'll just poke a gear into nothing. Wow, okay. Well, this is just a shuffle then. So I don't have anything else I can play. Got the unit NG, which means I can go into Spiritomb now. What have I got in the bin? Just one fire NG. So I've got a couple of ways to think about this. I want the fire NG for next turn actually, because that guarantees me my welder play. And I think that's safer. So I think we go unit NG to Spiritomb and we whack this Jirachi out with the Spiritomb. I feel like that's the safer play just at the moment. Treat to you. Whack out the Jirachi. There's nothing more I want to do just the moment I feel. We'll just Anguish Cry. Take you out. Alright. That's nice. I've got the double fire NG as an option to use. Wouldn't mind doing that to a Donphan though, but we'll see. We'll see. Not Donphan, like another Pampy. Pampy? Pampy. That's the one. Pampy. So we could see Aerodactyl swinging in. What's this Zygarde do? Ah yeah, cell connectors, actually really good. Gonna reset stamp me. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. You're gonna go in with Aerodactyl. Alright. Well, I need to find a fire NG. That's what we need. Like, so no, just another NG off the welder. Or I could just top deck it. There's that too, you know. We'll just welder this guy to the Donphan. I really did not want to use a fighting NG, like another NG on this Donphan, because it limits me with the number of attackers I have. But anyway, beggars can't be choosy, I guess. We don't want to use a basic fighting NG because that could be good for later. So we'll go NG here. We've got the last chance potion, which we're liking. We don't want to do anything else. We'll just retreat to the Donphan. And we'll now rolling spin and start getting that booted up. So hitting for 100. Gonna retreat that guy out. I'm assuming you're probably going to come in with one of these guys next, which is fine. Hopefully the last chance potion stays, so we can start getting some value out of this Donphan. I don't like the fact that I've had to use 2 NGs to pay for that. What just happened? Oops, I think I just used the shortcut on my mouse. My bad. My bad. I might actually edit that out. If I remember. I was like mega confused then about what just happened. Yeah, he's out. Not going to attack at all. Oh. I would have put chip damage on. I mean, maybe he just didn't want to lose this guy. Okay. Well, I'm fine with that. We'll just get a fighting NGTU. Poker gear ourselves out a welder. We can't use that just the minute. That's a bit sad. Oh well, we'll just rolling spin. Back out this Jirachi. And see what you've got coming after this. A fire NG, beautiful. That helps. Got last chance potions, which is really nice. So you can Boulder Crush with the Aerodactyl. Which is fine, because we come back. Now we can just last chance potion. Oh, this guy, sorry. Why didn't that not automatically do it? I was like sitting there like an absolute idiot. Honestly, I think we just hold this hand at the moment. I don't want to weld it to anyone. I was kind of hoping for a better top deck, but I really like the hand I've got. So having that other last chance potion already to go is just absolutely nuts good. So we don't really want to do anything further. A couple of giant hearths. So you really need to get some chip damage on. Maybe you're worried about... Oh, you had the reset stamp. Brutal. Brutal. That is very brutal, but luckily for me... Yeah, the way to do this is Giant Hearth, and we'll just throw the Fire Crystal because we've got another Fire Crystal in deck. So yeah, that's fine. We'll quickly chuck that out. Quickly get this. Go and get a couple of fires. We'll put one onto this Buzzwole. Oh, I should have emulgated first. Oh well. It is what it is. Didn't draw into the Emulga, so... Good second reset step though. I'm pretty sure that was the second one. Hello, Double X Mary, welcome. Alright, looks like we're with the Spiritomb up front. It's an insect flying around here. And it's probably going to annoy me, so if you, I don't know if the camera's going to pick up on that, but if you see me like randomly swatting or something, it's probably because I've got an insect that's annoying me. And I'm not just, you know, completely losing it, hopefully. Okay. What we want to do is just go with a bit of a judge's whistle here, see if we can get into something good. Not really. Okay, well, we'll build smart, I remember. None of these cards help me right now. We need setup bad. I feel like we could get Jinx later, potentially. So we'll go and put back that. Go and get Donphan out. And just hold there at the moment. Don't really like the Makago for perfect draws. Heat Factory's an interesting one. In that I could burn the Heat Factory to get a draw, then that risks not being able to get a welder play, but I think that's the way we do go about it. You got the Professor Elm straight away, which is brilliant for this deck. Getting the Pidgeotto engine running with perfect draws. It's going to be quite dangerous. Be interesting to see if you protect the Nidoran here. I'm assuming you probably won't. Yeah, you just call family. Makes sense. Yeah, it's a really good turn to set up. Get another Nidoran out that way, so you should really... I nearly have, yeah. We'll just quickly Heat Factory that away. We could Welder, but I'm feeling like that's not good unless I get another Fire Energy. Got the Donphan we can play. We'll build some Spite here. Feel like Spiritomb's going down on the next play, so I think we'll go to the Donphan on that one. Let's go about it that way. Do want to oust that stadium. And I feel like... what needs to go here? I don't have the Welder, which is really, really bad. Because I can't Rolling Spin on the next turn without the Welder. But I can't attack with anyone. So we'll get rid of the Pokecoms. Grab those two Fire Energies. I desperately need a Welder so bad. 3 of them in deck, but the top deck would have to be absolutely incredible for any hope of that happening. We could try and endure the Phanpy, but then I'm evolving on the next turn anyway, so that's probably not something we're looking at either. So just run an Anguish Cry, smack out this Nidoran. So what we can make happen. Another Fire Energy. Wouldn't have minded the Welder out of the prizes. I guess that was probably always the risk. The safer play in the last one was probably to Welder onto the Donphan, because then I could have Energy attached and I was only ever 1 Energy away. Yeah, that's how I need to play it from now on. And then Liza on the next one. Yes, that was a mistake. Probably a mistake I'm going to pay quite dearly for here. Because I'd be shocked if you weren't, like, attacking this turn. Like, completely shocked. So, I think now we look at probably chucking the Donphan in, because at least Sturdy can hopefully last a turn, buy me some time. And then maybe we can get a last chance potion or something like that out. That's something that could be useful to us. Because even with the Hustle Belt, that's not really doing quite enough for us. Power Plant. You gonna stamp me? This could come in handy if I get... Oh. Do I have enough Fire Energies in the bin? No. So I only get 1 Fire Energy out of this, but the one thing that I do have going for me now, so that's doing 100 plus the 60, so that's doing 160, which is absolutely awesome. We will grab that Fire Energy back and Welder onto our Donphan here. Okay, we got Last Chance Potion as well at some stage. We can get a Spiritomb cooking, which is really good. Do I want to chuck Buzzwole down? I think Buzzwole is a good play, like a good guy to have down, so we will chuck him down. And I feel like playing the Hustle Belt, but I doubt you're running another stamp. Surely not. Who knows? We'll just Anguish Cry. Whack you out. Just because I don't know if I want the other Hustle Belt on this Spiritomb or what we want to do. But that certainly was a big miss on your part, not being able to attack that particular turn. So another candy. To the Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen's cool, something. So what do you need? A welder, 2 fire energy, and a 3rd fire energy. But that helps. That certainly does help you. Probably wouldn't have minded my stadium out there still in the giant hearth, I wouldn't have thought. I'm assuming you probably got fire energy still, because you used the giant hearth earlier. So you can probably get a welder, chuck those 2 onto here, hope that you get a 3rd energy. And then power lariat. For the KO against this Spiritomb. Kind of don't want to use the fighting energy on this Donphan, ideally. I am running out of energies. I might have to and then just Cynthia our way out. It's probably the way to play it. Oh, you got energies for days. Absolute energies for days. Now, top deck could make a decision on what we do as well. Kind of like having the last chance potion here as well. So we're not taking out the Nidoqueen as a one-shot. It's a bit sad, but it is what it is. Spiritomb builds a little bit closer, which is always nice. I think we'll chuck the Hustle Belt to the Spiritomb. And I think we just don't take a chance and chuck this onto our Donphan. As much as I really don't want to pay it that way, I think we've got to. But then I've got to start thinking about how many of these unit energies do I actually have in deck? Do I have enough to attack the whole way through the game if I start spending them this way? I forgot how many I've actually added. I don't actually know. But it'd be silly to risk not attacking. And I mean extremely silly, so we'll plug it there. Cynthia our way out. We're not going to giant hearth this turn. Just rolling spin. Be interesting to see if you got a reset stamp to get me stamped again, because I do have the last chance potion sitting in hand, which is kind of good. To be able to take out a KO with this Donphan. Hopefully just keep chugging through these prizes, that's really the aim here. So we're doing 140 the next attack. And if you attack with this particular Nidoqueen, which could well be the case, we can just last chance potion and get the KO quite nicely. Otherwise we'd have to use the Hustle Belt to get the KO immediately, but I'm nearly feeling like last chance potion's the play that we go with anyway. And what we're looking at from here is probably dropping the giant hearth down after putting a fighting energy to the Buzzwole. Yeah, if you can't get that damage on the Donphan, I have a feeling that might be annoying to get around. Hello, Lucky Mary, welcome. Chuck the Fanfy down. I'm feeling like we probably won't be chucking the Jinx down. Not with this. So I've switched out the Judge's Whistles and gone with Pokegears, trying to get some more consistency, I guess. Mew Mew with the Rowleggs. Let's just thin something. I'm not weldering on this play. And what we will do is chuck you away. Go and get a Spiritomb cooking. Then Eliza. Got a Donphan. Well, I guess Do I attach the Donphan for the sake of it? I think I do. We'll go that way. And just hold. So you're going to be able to get that super growth off immediately. And happy. Wouldn't mind seeing a Viridian go down or something like that. Onto here. But given the happy play, I'd be pretty shocked to see that, to be honest. I wouldn't mind it, but I'd be pretty shocked. No NG's hit the discard yet. That's pretty interesting. So I'm assuming you're going for that for the next turn, so you can start attacking immediately after this. No stadiums just yet. We do get a fire engine. So I want to start attacking this turn if possible. It's the reason why we're dropping the poker gear for absolutely nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to welder the fire NG to the Phanpy. Alright, so we do get an attack here. Get the Donphan down. I like holding the switch as an option. I think that's always good. It's always set up with more Pokemon. Am I switching anytime soon? Well, let's just ditch the switch. Grab a couple of energies. Just so we can start rolling. Rolling spin. Let's get 70 damage on at this stage. So I've got to assume you're able to attack from this turn because all you need is a grass, well, 2 grass energies actually. Just one so you can ditch it with the giant hearth. Gonna custom catch me straight away, get that Spiritomb up, so that's a big threat for you. You don't have the attack yet, that's pretty brutal. Because what we'll do is just weld it onto the Spiritomb and get it back out of there. Pity you I got rid of the switch, but yeah, didn't know that was coming, I guess. Gotta be careful with Beast Game GX. That's gonna be a constant threat. I like Pokecoms here. So we'll get rid of a Fire NG. I know I've got to be very careful of that because I've only got 1 Fire Crystal. Resource in this deck is so brutal. It's not funny. And just weld one of these to the Spiritomb. Gonna retreat this guy out. Build some spite. Alright, we'll chuck the Phanpy on. Buzz was really important. I don't have an attacker for next turn, which is so bad. Got an NG attachment that I can use. Stuff it. We'll go with both these guys down. And just run a rolling spin. I'm assuming to potentially attack. You might have to lose the Rowleggs. I mean, depends how much healing's in this as well. So I'm holding onto the Hustle Belt because if you hit into me and I need to hit big numbers, the Hustle Belt can help us there. So that's the reason for that. Maybe I should drop like a Pokecoms for a second Fire Crystal so I can be a little bit more brutal with these Fire Energies. Like Ruthless, not brutal, Ruthless. I think that might be an option. You're certainly going to be able to attack with anything you want immediately afterwards. That's something you've got going for you. We can go and get more fighting energies, that's fine. 2 turns away from another Phanpy though. Oh, so Donphan, not Phanpy. Donphan. What we ideally like though is not having to use our Hustle Belt onto this Donphan to KO this. So if it stays at 130, that's brilliant because I'm hitting for 140 on the next turn. If you don't get rid of this. What I don't like is you can Beast Game it. And Beast Game it will get you... two prizes. Oh, it heals, doesn't it? No, I'm going to have to use it. Got no choice. Have no choice there. What we're going to have to do is get rid of this. For a fighting energy. That's the first priority. On to you. Get rid of this. Go and get a Donphan. I think that's pretty important. Actually, I should have got a Diancie. That would have made things more interesting. Anyway, build some spite. Oh, but I need the Donphan for next turn, so no. That wouldn't have been a good move. Anyway, rolling spin. Take out the Rowleggs. Got a supporter. This is going to be useful. Another Spiritomb, that's always good. And a Pokegear. Okay. So roll in with the Donphan next. And then Buzzwole after that. Yeah, so I'm thinking we'll drop a Pokecoms and go and get a Fire Energy. Oh, so another Fire Crystal. I think that's the way I want to play this. How many more energies do you need to get like a ridiculous number of more prize cards? 7. I wouldn't be surprised to an extent if you just take the knockout here as per normal. I can just keep building these energies up to try and take like an epic prize card turn. Which does mean I want to get into my potions, last second potions pretty quickly. To roll the Donphan later. I was saying it could be really important. I want to try and keep this Donphan alive as long as possible. Plus, he'd have to be concerned about the fact that I can hit potentially for 200. Or 220 with the Spiritomb fully cooked up as well. So yeah, that's also a thing. Do I need anything else? I think Spiritomb's what I actually want. And I don't want to leave Pokecoms in the deck anymore. I might as well just get rid of it. For an Engie? Do I just get rid of it now for an Engie? Why not? We'll do that. Get rid of that now. Go and get another Fire Engie. Out. To you. See whether or not I can find myself a better drawer, which is Cynthia, which is awesome. And then go to this hand. So we've got Unit Energies, we've got the last second potion. That's something we're desperately after. I feel like the Giant Hearth down's pretty good. Would feel like the Antsy down's pretty good. And I feel like just Spiritom's cooking away is really nice as well. No, I need this Viridian to last for another turn actually. Just so I can get a fighting energy. Yeah, it needs to stay for one more turn. So, we'll rolling spin. Hustle Belt to you is always a huge threat. Or potentially a huge threat. Let's drop the Hustle Belt. Rolling spin. Kind of wanted to hold the Hustle Belt, but I'm just being aware that reset stamp's probably a thing pretty soon. That's frustrating. For Diancie? Okay. Fair enough. So you're getting close to the Buzzmose's GX attack. What can you do without Hustle Belt? What is it? 150, 160. Ooh. Attacking with this Mew Mew without taking out that Spiritomb. See, this is where I would have loved to have held Hustle Belt, because it gives me options. It's just a pity you had the last two custom catches that you actually have in this deck. I suppose you burnt your way through the deck pretty well. GX attack, I didn't even think of that. And I suppose you'll retreat and start attacking elsewhere. We'll go Buzzwole. Because that's the turn for Buzzwole. Well, this is the turn for Buzzwole, I should say. Get rid of Giant Hearth for the moment. Although, Giant Hearth's really good. Last Chance Potion's really good. Don't want to get rid of either. We'll go Giant Hearth for the moment. Grab ourselves that fighting energy. And then Tyranitar. Do get ourselves the Hustle. We're bricked up again though, which is really annoying. Shut the Fanphy down. We'll Sledgehammer. So you have to retreat out this turn. And we're going Spiritomb based after this. I think we were up in that matchup anyway. It was going to be really difficult for him over a longer period of time. So, hello Killbane, welcome. We got the Emolga, but now we don't have any kind of support. And I mean zilch. Zilch zip 0. So we got the Emolga that we want to start up front. I mean, Spiritomb is an option. I didn't even really consider the Spiritomb to be an option, to be honest, but it certainly is. Because we can now at least get the KO on this Larvitar on turn 2, which is really good. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to build Spiritombs up. We're just, yeah, that's the way we're going to play it to begin with. Chuck the Fire Energy to you. Start building some more Spiritomb action. I'm not going to worry about Donphan till a little bit later. And just leave it there. hoping for something. Can you go away, insect? Got the Hooper turn 1, so I'm not getting KOs. So my top deck is going to have to be amazing. Assuming you got the switch though. And given how you're playing, I feel like it's potentially a switch coming. Nope. Alright. Got a welder. No fire energy because I attached. I should have thought of that. Really should have thought of that. It was very short-sighted of me. I think we'll evolve this no matter what. Oops. Build some spite here. And some more spite here. I'll take this prize card and hope for the best on this prize card. Anguish Cry. Get me an NG at least, or a Cynthia, that'll play. That's fun. It's amazing how often Spiritomb like saves me. In general, like how many decks I've used Spiritomb, it's just such a saving card. Oh, Yancy can go down. Cynthia our way out. Hopefully get some setup. We'll go another Phanpy down. We'll whack this down to get rid of the energy, grab a couple more. A Mulga. Go and get ourselves one of these guys. And then build some spite. Energy attached to you. And Anguish Cry. So you're gonna have to get this Hooper out of the active, I would have thought. This is threatening. This Spiritomb is really threatening you. The whole sleep could be actually a problem. Could be a big problem with the Dialga. But having said that, we do hit for your weakness. And with the Antsy on, Donphans can take care of that pretty quickly. So is going the Spiritombs. Plus we got Lizers that we could potentially get into the Cynthia if you do manage to come in and put me to sleep immediately. So there's options available. Certainly options available. Get another Donphan up on this one. Probably NG attached to the Donphan, and then Cynthia our way out. We actually do need to find our way into units or fighting NGs, so we can maintain our attack. We do have this Hooper now. Kinda feel like I want to NG attach and Cynthia, to be honest. Get a bigger pull. Got a fighting energy, got a Liza, which is really good. We want to save that. Build some more spite. And at this stage, we'll go and pull our Emolga back out of deck. Or one of them. Got it, there's two of them in deck. And we'll now Anguish Cry. Take out this Hooper. So 3 prize cards in, plus we top deck a Jinx, which is always nice. I've got the Buzzwole in hand, so we kind of don't want to ditch this hand anymore. At all. I kind of want to use Jinx from next turn. No, I don't, because I don't need Jinx anymore. Spirit Teams are all fully powered. So, got the T-Tar. And T-Tar lost zones everything it KOs, doesn't it? Yeah. That's a bit of an issue. It's a touch of an issue. Ooh, actually that's real bad. That's real bad. Because that means Donphans aren't good. Hitting 90, I'm only hitting 180. But I go straight to Buzzwell's turn. Which means that KOs it straight away. Wow, you get lucky sometimes, don't you? And I mean, you get very lucky sometimes. Why didn't that hit you guys? So 30 pages. Oh, bench basic Pokemon. Ah. Oh, well this isn't so bad at all. So we'll go straight to Buzzwell's turn. You're hitting for 140 already, so you got the KO. Do we want to get rid of cards here? I like Jinx is not something I want to put on. We've got most of what we want, but let's just Cynthia. Yes. Got Last Chance Potion. We've got Unit Energy for next turn, so that's really good. Still don't want to drop down the Jinx. We just want to run into you. Do want a Giant Hearth at this stage. We've got Fire Crystals, so we can afford to, I reckon. Although there's nothing to bring in. Idiot. It's absolutely nothing to bring in. I forgot about that. Oh well. We'll just Sledgehammer. Take out this T-Tar. Get 2 more. Thankfully, you just get rid of 2 cards that I couldn't get back anyway. More cards I couldn't get back. So the aim is probably Dark right now. Mind you, you gotta get 4 Darkness Energy onto him. It's a long way back. Plus, you've got to get Buzzwell off of his turning point turn. What Sable I do? That's not a big deal. Thank you, Buzzwell, for saving this. Plus, the fact that the Tyranitar doesn't do that bench damage to evolution Pokemon saves those Donphans so bad. I mean, so bad. Hooper's back. I was going to say, that's a T-Tar immediately back too. But having said that, if it KOs it, we just go into our Donphan next, and it's not hitting, like, our Donphans are full health, so... And you can't afford to Rogue Ring. Rogue Ring doesn't help you anyway, because that Sledgehammer gets you. We didn't even get to use our poor little Donphans. Lost our Spiritombs. Now, Spiritombs did some work though. Did some good work at the start of the match. Got Baby T-Tar as well. I will give you this much. This guy gave me a big scare for a moment. A very big scare. And I'm glad we dealt with him quickly. So, we'll just Sledgehammer and work out the Hooper. And it is time to rate this deck, and starting with damage output here. Well, the damage, if all goes well, we are a 2-shot deck. So hopefully the rolling spin can power up and we can start smacking in quite nicely at 140 base damage after our second go of that, and hopefully we can keep, you know, using the last chance potion and get the maximum out of that. Then we've got things to power it up further, such as Diancie with an extra 20 damage and Hustle Belts as well. If we choose not to use the last chance potion, can actually add on an extra 60 with, I guess, a maximum cap of 220 total. Plus we got the Hustle Belts, which can go with the Spiritombs as well, which is kind of nice too, because we just have that nice threat that we've constantly got on our opposition. So the damage output, we really are a 2-shot deck, so I'm giving that a 7 out of 10. As for the defense, well, the defense in theory, if we can abuse the last chance potion a little bit, we're a 1 prize card trade deck that can buy us an extra 4 turns, in theory. So we can essentially try and force our opposition to take 10 prize cards to win the match, and against the right matchups, that can be quite devastating for our opponent, really hard for them to overcome. The reality is that doesn't happen as often as we'd like it to happen. So yeah, we're forcing them to take 1 prize card trade at a time, and if all goes well, we're forcing them to essentially probably take an extra couple of prizes as well. So for that reason, we're giving the defense here an 8 out of 10. As for reliability, well, that's what has really hurt in the current meta. The loss of double colorless energy plus the Pokemon search is really, really brutal for this Donphan deck. So yeah, reliability, it's a challenge. We're giving the reliability here a 5 out of 10. Not also a guy that really enjoys the wrong matchup in the current meta as well, due to a lot of spell tags and things like that around the place. Mew can be even devastating to this deck. Just the addition of Mew in the format is brutal. So yeah, there's a lot of things that can undo this deck pretty quickly in the current meta, which I guess for overall means that it's a fun deck if you can have the right matchup. I love Donphan. Always loved Donphan, would love for him to be great, but he's just not going to be, you know, too relevant on the online meta right now. So overall, I'm giving him a 5 out of 10.